Hi there, and welcome to this video on the basic setups of a QuickBooks Online account. This video will be the first in a series of 8 in which we will run through the setup of a QuickBooks account right through from the accounts and settings all the way to setting up VAT and any additional options at the end. My name is Tom Belton. I'm a QuickBooks Online Certified Pro Advisor working for PJCO as a cloud accounting specialist. Let's get started, and the first thing that we'll want to look at is which QuickBooks Online account is right for you. So you may have seen that there's a few options. There might be QuickBooks Self-Employed or QuickBooks Online. As a self-employed person, QuickBooks Self-Employed might be right for you, but it won't be right for you if you're planning on working with an accountant. If you're planning on working with an accountant, then we'd always recommend going for a QuickBooks Online account rather than QuickBooks Self-Employed, because it gives you much better visibility for your accountant. So if you'll go with self-employed, it's very unlikely they'll be able to access the data that can really matter to you in making important decisions. So we'd always recommend going for QuickBooks Online. Once you've chosen QuickBooks Online, there's a few different packages, such as a Simple Start versus the QuickBooks Online Plus account. Here we've got a QuickBooks Online Plus account, which gives us a lot of additional extras, and we would like to show through how to turn those on and get the most out of them during this series. So the first stage will be to come to the cog in the top right corner and set up your account and settings. So once you're in here, we'll bring up some company information. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a logo to start with that I uploaded earlier. If you wanted to click in here, it would take you straight into your files and you can upload a logo of your choice. Once I've saved that, I'll then put the company name in here, and then we've got the company registration number 2. So I'll just save that in there. On the tax form, you can say what type of company you are. So I will say here, I'm a limited liability company. And then you can put your industry in here as well. So it'll start to pop up there. So we'll put professional consulting and we'll press save. The company email, let's put our company email address in there. So I'll put eddie@peterjarman.com. And then you can put your phone number in there too, along with the website as well. So once you click into a different section, it will ask if you'd like to save. We can say yes. Company address, we want to fill this in because this will start to appear on your invoices when they're sent out. So if we put the company address in here, once we put it in here, it will automatically appear onto invoices for you in the future. So as long as it's all set up correctly in the accounts and settings, that's the key for what we want here. So we've got 6RE, and then you've got the chance to say, is the customer facing address the same? And if not, you can create a new address in there, but I'm going to leave that as the same now. So I'll click save, and then we can move on from the company section to sales, and we can customize this as well. So one thing that I always like to customize is transaction numbers. So this allows us to put different numbers on our invoices. So I will save that with turning that on. At the moment, I won't turn on any of these other features, but if you were going to be providing discounts on your invoices or deposits, we'd also want to turn those on in here. So all the other settings look good to me at the moment. So after that, I'll move on to the expenses section. And you shouldn't need to change too much in here unless you wanted to track specific items by customer, for example, or make billable expenses in which you're billing your customer. Purchase orders is another tool in here. It's a feature of the QuickBooks Online Plus account, so that's another item you can turn on in this expenses tab. So in the advanced settings here, we've got a bit of accounting detail. So the first month of the financial year, if you prepare your accounts to the 31st of March, for example, we'll select April in here, and we'll say that the tax month is the same as the financial year for a limited company, and we'll leave that as an accrual based accounting method, but you might want to ask your accountant just in case this is either accrual or cash. So we'll save that there. If you're CIS registered, this is where you can set up your CIS in the account. We'll leave that turned off for now. Tax forms already pulled through. Account numbers, that's a personal choice. I like to see the account numbers off because it's just nice and clear, but if you like to see numbers for your accounts, you can keep that on. And then in the automation section, these are automatically turned on. QuickBooks like to aid you in as many ways as they can by turning on as much automation as possible. So we'll leave those on for the moment, and then we've got lots of different options for optional extras in here now. So we've got classes, locations, which are both extra ways of reporting, and then we've got things such as multi-currency down here, and then just other preferences on the account. So that is our accounts and settings set up for now. So when I press done, we should see our page refresh, and once that happens, we should see our company name and our logo at the top now. So it'll start to look a lot more customized to your account. And the next stage to getting your basic setup is the chart of accounts. So if I go to accounting and chart of accounts, in here there's already going to be a standard set of accounts that QuickBooks put in there. What you might notice is that there are a couple of duplicates every now and then, so you've got 2 uncategorized assets here, so we can always just make one inactive, and that way you can see one of them. But it's key in here that you try to keep it as simple as possible. We don't want to make the chart of accounts too extensive, but it can be customized. So let's say, for example, I went to new here, and then I went to expenses. We can then create things that aren't currently set up in a standard chart of accounts, such as legal and professional fees here. Whilst the detail type and account type can't be customized, the name of the account can. So we can say in here, if we wanted this to just be professional fees and then have a separate category for legal fees, that's absolutely fine. So we can save that account there. One thing you can also do is you can set up sub accounts. So if you wanted to have your sales tracked by different levels of reporting, so you can have, you can select an income account, you can say it's a sales product income, and then we can say this just relates to shipping income, for example. We can then click is sub account, and we can make this a sub account of your income account that's already in here. So we've got services in this account, so that shipping income will now appear in your profit and loss report as a subcategory of services. So once this starts to be customized, you'll be looking on a kind of much more familiar basis with your bookkeeping, and you'll be able to apply your expenses much more accurately to your chart of accounts. That will be all we cover in this video for today, and we will move on with continuing the setup in the next video. Thank you for watching, everyone.